Hello, how are you doing? I hope your day is going well. And today it's such a beautiful, bright day. And so I was thinking I was gonna change it up a bit. And so I'm in our kitchen because it's brightly lit up with the sunshine. And so, yeah, so anyway, here I am. And so today I wanted to talk to you about hunger, true hunger, because honestly, that is something I have been facing up along my journey constantly. And when I think I kind of figured out my true hunger, and when I feel like I can shift my mind of it and just eat whatever I want whenever I want, it kind of comes back to me. And it reminds me how incredibly important it is really to be tuned in within your body and to actually follow your true hunger. And also, it is something that I really work with my clients on, because obviously it's almost like once you figure out what true hunger is and you connect to it and eat to honor true hunger, everything becomes so much easier, right? And so first, before we get into it, please, it's important to realize that um, we are creatures of habit. Our body is like a machine, okay? And it can get used to almost anything and everything, including times of the day when you eat, okay? It's something to do with gut microbiome, because obviously our gut bacteria, they like being on a certain schedule, and they develop schedule anyway. So it is something to do with our gut, but overall our body really gets used to eating at certain times of the day. And so that's how can sometimes happen that, let's say you have a breakfast and you can have a feeling healthy breakfast, but 2 maybe 3 hours later you feel hungry, you feel kind of like peckish, like you really want to eat something. And let's say that all the nutritional needs were met, okay? Let's say that it was a green smoothie, really packed with vegetables and fruits and seeds and protein powder, so well balanced. Or it was, I don't know, a porridge, again with fruits and with some seeds, again well balanced, okay? It was a nourishing meal. Regardless, 3 hours later you're hungry. And the reason, obviously, there are multiple reasons for it, okay? Loads of reasons why it could happen. And loads of them really get connected to us eating outside of true hunger, as for example, looking for food as a distraction from whatever we are doing, right? It can be as a distraction from, let's say, job which isn't necessarily fulfilling. Maybe we are bored a little bit and we just are looking for a little bit of excitement. Or it can be that we are tired. We are tired, and so we feel like we need to pick up ourselves, right? And so whatever our mind goes to is food. It could be also that we lack stimulation, for example, right? And food offers us stimulation. Oh, we are looking for comfort. We don't have enough pleasure in our life, right? Simple pleasures throughout the day, and so we look for pleasure from food. All these reasons, though, are not true hunger. Of course not. And so how do you know what a true hunger is? Well, it really is obviously when you would eat anything, not just one particular food, to satisfy the hunger, okay? So I like to sometimes run a test, which is like a cucumber test, okay? So I ask myself sometimes, okay, Lenka, so are you that hungry that you would eat a whole cucumber? And most of the times the answer is no. And so then it's not true hunger. Therefore, I am not going to eat. Okay. Now, again, of course, it's very easily said, but a little bit more challenging to do. Because again, consciously we know I am not hungry, but our subconscious, which drives 95% of our behavior, is programmed, right? It's programmed. We already created that loop. We created that habit when whatever that stimuli was, we go for food. And so in that instance, what I like to do is break pattern. Break pattern, and if you can interrupt the pattern. So if you can step outside of the room, go out for a quick walk, or even just go to the bathroom to literally like interrupt the pattern of whatever you were stuck in. Okay, so maybe you were answering an email and maybe you were feeling like this anxiety growing inside because either you got upset or you don't know what to do with the problem, or for whatever reason basically. So you need to interrupt the pattern, then go to the bathroom, step outside. Another way to interrupt the pattern and that flow and that emotional charge, which then we believe food will help us with. Another way is to connect to yourself, and that really is my favorite one. So all you need to do is you put your hand on your heart and you take really slow deep breaths in and slow breaths out. Okay, you can count to 5 in and 5 out, and you repeat it 3 times. That way you are starting to calm nervous system, whatever emotional is happening around you. You are starting to calm down, you're starting to connect to your body, and once you do it 3 times, chances are that you interrupted that pattern, and then that you can actually return to work and you realize I'm actually not really hungry at all. Okay, so that's another one. Another one would be taking a sip of water. So whenever you feel like you are kind of peckish, you are kind of hungry, but there doesn't seem to be a reason for you to be, go and get a cup of water. Just a second. Okay, so you go and get a cup of water, and the way to sip is that you have it and you just take a tiny little sip and slowly you swallow. And you say to yourself, okay, I will finish a whole cup of water like this, and when I am done, if I'm still hungry, I can go and eat. So what are we doing by that? What we are doing by that is, again, we are slowing things down. We are connecting to ourselves, right? We are interrupting the pattern, and we are sending body signals that all is fine, nothing's happening, you are safe. There is no need to go to food for safety. Okay, so that's another one. Now, another option is to do something more dynamic. So maybe you are more dynamic and maybe that pressure is really growing, and just connecting to your heart and being still is just not going to do it. So in that instance, I like to do, for example, jumping jacks, yeah. Or you can put on music and do just a little bit of dance moves if you want to, or a plank. 1 minute plank. Again, what does it do? You are engaging muscles. Okay, you are in that moment, so those muscles, they are consuming energy, and they will also burn off whatever stress or the emotional charge which may be there. And so that's another one. And so these are a couple of options which I believe can really help you. First of all, interrupt the pattern of whatever is triggering you going for the snack, or going for the bite, or going for chocolate biscuits, whatever it is, or even healthy snacks, which though there is no really need for, especially if you are not hungry. Okay, and then second is running that experiment, the test, the cucumber test. When you ask yourself, would you eat a cucumber like right now, because you are so starving, right, that you just have to eat something? And if the answer is no, then you are not hungry, and then obviously there are the other reasons for it. Now also throughout kind of running these experiments and doing it with yourself, just what's also really, really good is start noticing that pattern which is emerging for you, because you may notice that you are really eating mostly out of emotions, mostly because you are maybe upset, because maybe you are kind of like looking for that comfort, and you are maybe stuck with solutions. Okay, or you will notice that you are eating or snacking because you're bored, you're understimulated, because maybe you are doing a monotonous work and it's just not engaging and stimulating enough for your brain, whereas food will be, because there is an infinite variety of food, right? And so start noticing these patterns, because once you pin them down, then you can go deeper and you can tackle it even more. And so yeah, so I hope that this inspired you a little bit. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Bye. Have a beautiful day.